Welcome to the internet. Would there be any bears out here? I don't know. I doubt it. There's so many people shooting guns. I don't think you'll find any wildlife out here other than small critters. This is not the wild woods. This is the Wild West. I forgot a plate, and I don't have anything to cut my onions on. I'm going to eat out of my skillet, and just eat out of the skillet, off the ground. I love the smell of onions in the morning. That's somebody's breath right in my face. And it sucks. How do you open this thing? Now I got meat hands. Oh. Another moth right in my food. Oh. The mushroom is good. Tastes like moth armpit, but it's good. Immediately tastes like burnt. Big long clips of me just chewing on a bone. Welcome to the internet. Okay, that's a little warm. Deep thoughts from the woods. I want to catch them driving by, but I don't want to be that dork that's filming everybody. Because I'm that dork that's filming everybody. This is my second time out to McLean. And beautiful day. This is really only a couple of weeks after the last time where I went through all that mud. So still carrying these deflators. It's called the McLean tire deflators. And you can see it's actually set for 15. So that's why the tires went down so low. I was actually reading them wrong. And you put the screw back on here. That's what I was assuming it was, but what you look at above the orange there is what it is, and so it's not, what does it say, 25 here, I think. So I was expecting 25, but it went down to 15. So anyway, live and learn. At least now I've learned. So that's good. So these are McLean. I bought them on Amazon. They come from the States, so I guess we can't get them anymore. So that's that. Also, my camera was set incorrectly to slow-mo. So I shot the first half, a good part of this day, all in slow-mo. So I won't be showing all of it, of course, but looks very dramatic, I think. This is the way I walk to work. People are hating it, but man, it looks dramatic. You can insert theme music from Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun. And these are the maps that they give out at the main entrances for the McLean PLUZ area. Can't recall if I had one. Might have grabbed the second one now, but anyway, it does show pretty much most of the roads. I ended up on some roads that weren't on this map. So, but if you're part of the organization, I think you do get access, or at least know where those roads are. So I kind of drift off the beaten path and end up breaking my own trail. Well, not really, but on little secondary roads and whatnot. And yeah, now I'm testing the pressure and all is good. Oh, okay. Did you guys come out? This road's all f***ed up. I'll rip over there first. This is kind of neat because the flashing lights, the guy must have LED headlights, so he's not actually flashing me. But it's interesting why it's such a slow pulse for the camera. And yeah, I sing to myself a lot. I keep forgetting the camera's rolling. Never can tell. Sort of. I think that's how Dylan started, isn't it? Not really saying anything coherent. Just muttering to yourself. Not really thinking about singing. I'm thinking about driving. Worst part about doing the videos is you can't have the music running because then you get this copyright stuff. So yeah, I got to resort to writing all my own music, I guess. And this road is super bumpy. I mean, I filmed it on the way out as well, maybe not so much, but to take these trailers over these bumps, like this little one wouldn't be so bad, but This bigger one, yeah, it would be shaking everything up. You'll see even in a second here, a Jeep was going through it, and even he was had to slow down quite a bit. And it's quite a little off-camber road here we have to go around, so I'd be kind of wary, you know, taking that trailer down that little roundabout part where the other one is, because it's steep. Right there where he's turning, he's kind of going, okay, this thing's not going to flip on me, is it? So that's kind of what I'm showing him. And here's a small section. This goes on for quite a ways, but here's a little taste, and you can see this Jeep, how he's bouncing around. It's crazy. Try and do this in when it's muddy, it would be nuts. It's allowed beyond this point. Public land use. Oh, cool. Alright, so my little, I guess I should have showed that first. I put the blue dot where it's approximately a kilometer, where I can start to I can have camp and stuff. I'm pretty close. Okay, so I found this little spot, this little camp. Weird. It's just a weird spot. And again, all this was filmed in slow-mo, so then I speeded it up. That's why it looks funny. But look at these stumps, how they're all cut like a foot off the ground. So like they cut them when there was snow? Question mark. I don't know. I even talk like text now. Yeah, and they're all cut at goofy angles. And then one of them have like red stuff all over it. I don't think it's blood, I think it's paint. But yeah, somebody lived here for quite a while, I think, right? They made themselves at home. Because look at some of this stuff around here. I mean, they got the fire pit right there. Okay. I think there was 2 fire pits. I don't know what that red stuff is. But look at that stump. It's just for hacking, and it's cut way up high. I mean, they had somebody had been here for quite some time, I think. I guess it's a good spot. You can go have a bath or something. I don't think there's any fish in this creek. They are very small, but has a dock. That's what I was pointing out. I don't know what this little wall thing is for. Like, what was in here? Any ideas what that would be? I don't know. A hibachi? I have no idea. Why the stairs? Somebody took a lot of effort. And it looks like they just left. I mean, I thought that was going to be hot, but because the paper still looks like it was just burned that day, that morning, but it felt cold, so yeah, weird spot. Then there's this tub that somebody left. Was it here before or after? I don't know. So whoever this dude is, V Ride, where is he from? Prince Rupert. So did V Ride come down, Mr. Victor or Van, camp here for quite some time? See, and then look at those stumps, just cut weird. I mean, just cut wrong, right? They should have been cut low, but whoever did do it. And what's this? We dug a hole. I don't know what the heck was in here, and then deer have been walking through it. But what a weird spot. It was kind of dingy. I was actually thinking about staying there, but it seemed real dingy. And this guy just up the road a ways, yeah, he's hunkered down. So did he move? Was this guy living there and then he saw this spot come available and took it? I don't know. All right. Then again, looks. Then here's the gatekeeper. Looks nasty. Let's go for it. It's deep. It felt deep. That didn't work at all. I was hoping to go pointy end of the stick, see where it sticks. So I'm just going slow to see if something drops. But also have to remember that they pull the trailers through here, so that's why I'm backing up, going, how grippy is it in here anyway? So I'm still in 4-wheel, but step on a little bit, nothing. I got tons of grip, so it's a non-issue. It just looks ominous. And of course I filmed it in slow-mo. then I speeded it up. But yeah, it shows you the depth of it. You know, it's not crazy deep, but you don't know. And I had on the map through Google Earth found a couple of places that looked like potential campsites, and this is one of them. I mean, this whole field. That looks like it to be where my two things were. Two campsites. So we'll just keep taking this road. Spot. So yeah, people live here like for a long time. Looks like those trailers are just left. Alright, we'll just keep going along the road. So this takes care of my two tenting spots that I have in the map. Yeah, it was busy. So this is Monday, and of course when you're going up, if you're dealing with oil, or if you ever go back roads where you need a radio, basically whoever's going up, get out of the way of the guys coming down, because the guys coming down are loaded. That campsite up there. This was a really neat spot. It just shows you there's places all over. I mean, right directly in front, there's a spot. It's kind of on a slope, but this spot up here, you can come in on the back way. I don't know if the road that I'm actually on was on the map. It's a big spot. I doubt this little one is. You got all kinds of shit up here. But again, look at those stumps. Look, people are just cutting them up high. I should be taking them down low. So I don't know what's going on. But you could come in the back with her. Road. It's great to hitch. Carry on down forward. I like that. That's inviting up there. So, yeah. Oh, didn't see these guys come ripping down. I was too busy looking around like a tourist. How you doing? Okay, so this section, I figured it'd be quiet down here for camping. It's not. It's busy. It's Monday too, right? Monday. I've been there. I was just following my nose. 246. Turning off little roads are kind of cool to me. It's supposed to be down here or not. This bridge just seemed a little small for pickups, so. But if that, and I didn't see any signs anywhere saying that full-size vehicles couldn't be down this road. But judging from the trees, growth, and etc., I don't know how many trucks actually come down this road. Maybe a lot, I don't know. But looking at the tracks there, it seems like there's just a lot more quads and such, rather than full-size vehicles up here. And like on camera, like always, it never shows what it's actually like. So this was actually quite steep, bumpy, not so bad, but it just looks, it was more in real life. Got another scrape down the side of the truck. just be aware some guy come ripping down on a motorcycle way too fast.
On these signs.
Yeah, I can never know where we're at. The signs are gone. Here's another camp spot. There's actually a couple here. 3 of them actually in this close proximity. And I was kind of looking at this one, even though it's on a hill, but it's wide open. I don't know, it just seemed inviting and open. Maybe there was something up the hill there a little ways even more, so I wasn't sure about that. And to the left of the screen here, there's a camp. And if I don't roll into this puddle. And then over the edge to the left there. You can't drive to it, you gotta walk to it, but there was a camp down in there. Which would have been kind of interesting if you had a family with a group of kids or something maybe. The kids down there and the house stay up top. Or everybody parks up top and then you walk down the bottom. How well or how much all these campsites are used. This road got gradually harder and harder, more rocks and such. Doesn't show how pointy some of these rocks are. Again, I don't have a ton of faith in my tires. I bought them for the street, right? Really. Figured 98% of the time I'll be on roads. But sometimes I'll be out, so that's kind of how I justified what I am getting. Again, this was pretty steep and bumpy, and those big rocks. You gotta be careful how you put your tires on. Totally catch it on the side of the side wall or something. Now I've yet to figure out what that vibration is for the dash cam, for the mic on it. I don't know, maybe the bass is loose or something. Maybe it's interference. This spot looked really good. That's where I ended up camping. It's actually a really good spot. Look at these jaggedy rocks. That's why you air down. Of course, this is the really condensed version of this trip. Also, the camera has, well, I guess this one doesn't have any stabilization or anything on it, but just makes it look smoother than what it feels like inside the truck. And another little bridge which just barely fits the truck. I mean, you could probably get a full size across it, but it would be like super tight. Actually, I wonder if you could get a full size across those bridges.
I don't know. You're all right. It looks pretty good too, actually.
Yeah, this makes you wonder, why did the second road happen? What's so bad about the first road? So this being the first one, I would imagine, and the other side is the secondary road. So, yeah. Ooh, that's straight. Feel it still.
Where's it going? Probably okay.
Remember, this is the first time, so I have no idea what's over this edge, what's coming. And you can hear the vehicle, how steep this actually is. Probably in 4 low, just so I can keep the revs up, just so I can go nice and slow with big revs. So the hills just kept getting steeper and rockier.
It's like a riverbed.
I think a lot of water has come down here at some point. So let's use a little of that slow-mo. Of course, overdub with audio as I drove by. So I don't know what all the beeping is about, to be honest with you. I think I was playing around with the controls and traction assist and stuff like that, just mucking around. And just keep getting steeper and steeper. Finally got to the point where it's okay, where does this go? I mean, this just goes up. Not a good place to turn around. From what I saw there, if I had to stop up there, now I've got to come down and try and turn, and I'm on all these big rocks. So I figured it's best to take a little looky-loo. Glad I did. And this is as far as I got. So this is twice now McLean has stopped me. Now, let's look back. And it's very steep, actually. Well, you'll see me walking on it. And these rocks, again, it's hard to tell on camera, but they're big. I put my foot on one of them here to show you how high it is. So definitely low lock. Crawling up here. I don't have those big tread tires. So would I continue to have traction? I don't know. And then I got to go over this thing and see that rock on the right. So I got to get on the right side of that. And then I got to go over this hump. And I don't know. I might bottom out on this thing. I mean, it doesn't look very high right now in the camera. But I'll get a second look at that on the way down. And you'll see a lot of rubber on it. It's where people have spun their tires. But now this is pretty good four-wheeling. Now, thankfully, it's dry. I mean, these rocks are kind of sharp, too. I mean, thankfully, it's dry. And I think if I was up with somebody else and we were bobbing around it, I'd go for it. But again, I'm by myself and I wasn't really planning on doing some serious four-wheeling. And I don't want to pop a tire and then have to change it and, you know, all that business. And this is supposed to be a camping trip. But I'd like to go up here sometime, and looks like the road just carries on and more of the same. So I don't know if it gets worse past that puddle. But yeah, you kind of get an idea how steep it is here. You know, it's the kind where you try not to slip out, have your feet slip out on you. So it's that steep. So could I have made it? I probably could have. Just that one big rock, I think I would have hit bottom. At least there anyway. That's what I was pointing out here, and you can see that it's been hit a lot. and there's rubber on it. But look at the size of this thing. My foot is a foot long, so I got a 12-inch foot. So that is, you know, it's pretty high. So even if I have a lift kit, so probably okay if I go over it with a tire, but I certainly can't put a diff over it. That one's been hit. And I don't actually have rock sliders. I got side steps. They're hooked to not to the frame, but to the body. So they're really only for, well, side steps. So getting into the vehicle. They're not made for dragging along anywhere. So yeah, and in fact they'll catch up on stuff because the way they're attached. So now I'm scoping out, okay, where do you turn around? And lo and behold, other folks have done this too. You can see somebody has backed up into here sometime. And not too long ago, you can still see the prints. So I can't tell you if it was a truck or a quad or what, but anyway, something turned around in here. Sounds the plan. Again, overdub audio. This is actually shot in slow-mo and speeding up.
There's my road. Start turning.
I missed that rock totally. I went over it. I hit that rock actually.
Where's that road? Turn.
It totally went past my spot.
Ah, I missed it. I gotta go down there.
Just because I gotta hit that rock again. So you dig the taillights? That's the new upgrade. I like those way better than the original stock. This is an upgraded wiring kit. That gives me the reverse lights like that and the full taillights. So I'm really happy I got them.
We're going. We don't need roads.
So it's just a wiring kit you buy and you just rewire the existing lights. And then you put LEDs. They come with LEDs, so good replacement. I mean, see, look at that. I'm barely hill. I'm almost touching. So yeah, I would have scraped on that rock.
We're going. We don't need roads.
Yeah, just a little show that how close I got to that tree. I love that backup camera. I currently now have a front camera I got to install sometime. You can't see nothing over the front of the Tacomas. And this is just what an awesome view. So the 360 camera, I mean, this is so cool. What a perfect day. You can see it has stabilization in it. Get an idea on how the truck's bumping around on these roads. This is also a good example of the Canadian forest. Typically what we drive through. It's pretty neat actually because you can hear the wind sometimes in the top of the canopy up there, but you don't feel it down below. But you do have to be kind of wary in big windstorms that these trees don't blow over on you. Depending on where you are, it could be an issue. view as though you were sitting on the hood. And I don't know why they had the second row to the right there. But this one seems drivable. But I don't know. Usually they don't have a side bypass unless one is like super muddy or something's wrong with it. I don't know, it seemed drivable. Unless I was on the bypass. People decided to take that from that one. But you have to be watching. Like, you can see these big rocks on the road everywhere. That's something we trained for as kids. Like, you're always watching the road, always looking for rocks, sticks. So you learn to scan the road where you're driving. But people who grew up in the city, you never get that. You know, you don't really care unless you hit a pothole a little bit. So you're not really watching as much. But out here, if you miss something, it could be a flat tire. Or you wedge a... I've had suicide sticks wedge into the rad. The truck getting freaky. I don't know what's going on. Rear suspension, probably the leaf spring bushings or something. Continues to have to look into that. Isn't this cool though? I love this drive. Perfect background. So I'll put the 360 camera on the side and try not to scratch the lens right away. It gives an idea on how much the guy's working the steering wheel, driving around rocks and doing stuff. And I don't even recall ever getting close to this stick. I don't know, just kind of get used to where the vehicle is. Tire placement is huge. And on the left, coming up here, is the camp spot. Doesn't invite you in. So it didn't technically look like a camp at first. It just looked like a spot that one could camp. So what I didn't show here is I stopped and I wandered all over the place before this shot, backing in. So I did see that there was a campsite, two of them actually. That little road there is where some bikes came down. So here I am, walking all over the place, talking to myself like some idiot YouTuber, and scoping out where I'm going to go. Now this ended up being where I kind of wanted to go, but it wasn't actually the official camp spot. That's what I'm pointing at here. Over here was the official spot, which is weird because this ground was so lumpy. But you know, this were the guys, they built the fire pit and they had the wood all over the place. Lots of wood, so thankful to them. Now, I don't know how long this has been sitting here, but you know, the weeds have overgrown. So I was guessing that it happened in the winter time. Just guessing. And then the ground would have felt smoother. Snowmobiles, and I don't know, I think they would have chose in here because you're surrounded by trees and little protection from the wind, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there was all kinds of wood. I'm like, oh, what a score. I brought my own wood anyway, but yeah, I figured, well, let's get this stuff off the ground and at least use it before it gets rotten, skunky. So that's cool. And they cut up a bunch and never ended up using it, so I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, it's a weird little spot, and there's, like I say, the ground is super bumpy. There's a hole somebody dug out, so it looked like there was a flood or something. I don't know. And back here, there was an old fire pit, and see somebody burned that log, like a jerk they were. And just the placement of it, and it hasn't been used in ages. So this obviously isn't a big-time camp spot. And I was thinking right there, a guy could do a hammock. And that was it. So anyway, I had to bring all those rocks over. So for the next, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, I heaved all those rocks over, built a fire pit. Some of those rocks are pretty big, and brought all the wood over. So now I'm just starting the fire, and I'm just using birch wood. So this is the stuff I brought, and that birch wood bark. It's this birch is so dry. I mean, the bark just lights like paper. Okay. Time is 6:40, and I can officially say the camp is set up. That's my way out tomorrow. I love it. I love the fact that you got to go through some puddles and stuff. This is a good camp. I love it. It's way better in person than it does on here. Yeah, I didn't like being up there. You're surrounded by trees, grass everywhere. You got weeds up high all over the place. Fire hazards everywhere. Maybe they did that in the winter time. I don't know. I'm set though. Time is 7:03. We've got 2 hours. We've got probably an hour before dusk. That's how we're set up. So what have I learned today? I guess I should keep my skillet off the fire. A lot more confident with the truck going through the holes. There was one, that was a big one. I had no idea. I mean, it looked pretty menacing, but once you see that the trailer's been pulled through, yeah. So I'm starting to build up the confidence. We'll see how the old hammock works tonight. I think that's going to be fine. The only increase to that, I think, for later on, like a future reference, like for winter camping, I like to go toward that, is going to be maybe a thicker quilt. And then might end up turning into tent camping. And then if I'm doing the tent camping, we're going to need some heat. I'll be doing the propane heaters if I'm camping over the winter. So this, I think, is a pretty kick-ass spot. I don't really feel like even though I am, we're kind of in the valley. We're surrounded by hills here on all sides, but I think that's, in a way, it's helping. I don't feel like we're in a dungy little mosquito-y pit. And that was the big thing. I didn't like a couple of spots back there. I like to be on top of the hill looking down as much as possible. But it's kind of tucked away. Nobody really comes up here unless you're climbing up. And you need a four-wheel drive to go beyond this point. Or a bike or a quad or something like that. Would there be any bears out here? I don't know. I doubt it. There's so many people shooting guns. I don't think you'll find any wildlife out here other than small critters. I don't know. It's just so much. This is not the wild woods. This is the Wild West. Which is pretty cool. Actually, it's good for a first timer because I think they would feel good about that. I forgot a plate and I don't have anything to cut my onions on. So I'm going to cut my onions on that. I'm going to eat out of my skillet. So in the skillet, I'm going to use, there'll be bread, onions, mushrooms in a can, a little garlic. I'll probably throw this Tabasco on the pork. I will put the Southern style barbecue on the pork. And the pork has 2 layers. The pork will be cooked on the grill, so it'll drip the grease all through that and bring the bears in. I'll have some garlic toast, which will be soaked in with the onions and the mushrooms, of which I'll put some oil And I'll sprinkle maybe with garlic or I have no idea, something garlic in the skillet. Once the meat's cooked, throw it on top of the mushrooms and the onions and stuff and just eat out of the skillet off the ground, I guess, because it's going to be hot again, you know, so I got to have that on the ground. Can't put it on the table. Maybe I could put it on the table with a cloth. That might work. Eat out of the skillet on the cloth. Okay, that might work. There we got an idea. Okay, so there we go. We got a plan. So it's a working plan. The smell of onions. I love the smell of onions in the morning. That's somebody's breath right in my face. It sucks. Oh, nice sharp knife. I like that. Big chunks of onions. I like that. Okay, that's cool. There we go. My little plate seems to be working so far. Is that too many onions? I don't know. What we'll do is we'll smear food all over this vehicle. And I think I'll go to sleep with some pork on my face. We'll just see if there's any bears in the area. Oh, I dropped an onion. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. So there we go. Got some mushrooms. We got some onions. Nothing's cooked yet. Throw in some garlic. Why? Why not? And then I'll put some toast in here. There we go. And near the end, I think that'll work. A little bit of Tabasco. Okay. There we go, a little bit of that. And some of this stuff. Lots of this stuff. That stuff, actually. What if you put a little bit of whiskey into the onions and stuff? What would happen with that? I don't know. Just a little bit for flavor. Pretty much all I was going to do is put on this Southern style barbecue. There we go. That absorb in. Keep putting my coating on the meat. So this is going to soak in. That's good. I'll leave the garlic for the toast and stuff. Okay, so that's gonna. I gotta clean my hands because they're gross. I'm touching meat. How do you open this thing? Now I got meat hands. Oh, I gotta do stuff. Follow the arrow. Okay, arrow's done. Get up. Well, the first one, which always pulls out 14 of them. There you go. It's go, go, go out here. Now you're not sitting around relaxing. I mean, it's 8:30 right now. I'm cooking up supper. I haven't actually had lunch. I forget when I showed up here, but I had oodles of time. So yeah, I don't know. Time just flies out here. Like sitting back, listening to ravens in the distance. Otherwise, it's quiet. But a cool spot nonetheless. Bugs are gone. Nothing. It's almost time for the headlight. It's getting dark. All right. Oh, I like the sizzle. I'm digging the sizzle. That smells good. Really good. So here's my little ambiance. I don't know if this camera actually picks it up. It's like a little something coming off the truck. Maybe I'll put the other one on too. Why not? I mean, we still got some sky. Basically from the last clip, all I did is turn on some lights. So how does this look? A little different. I got a little tiny light over there on the front of the truck. I got this thing I'm just gonna burn off, little ambiance. It uses D cells. Who uses D? When's the last time you used D cells? I mean, really. Honestly, when's the last time you used something that needed a D cell? I mean, that's like from the 50s, right? And I got my DeWalt here. I'm running on a low battery, like a small battery. I got 3 more batteries. One of them is the massive one. I could run high all night long and all night tomorrow and all day if I wanted to. So right now, DeWalt's on low. Thought you might like the sizzle. Almost time for a headlight. What do I smell? I smell onions, mushrooms, garlic. Deep thoughts. Deep thoughts is what those are. I'm gonna throw some heat under here. So nice red hot coals. Let's push them coals that way. And this stuff, oh, that's beauty. Look at that. See that heat? Look at that heat. Oh, that's great. And if you can put that up into, even up into here somewhere, get up in there. That's gonna be, look at that. Oh, look at those coals. Shoving her up in there. Oh, put it all over my steak. My pork things, not really steaks. That's okay. Okay, cool. How can my thing go on fire? Riddle me that bit, man. What the hell's on this shovel that makes it on fire? I must have sprayed it with something, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, just scrape off the red, or go stick it in the dirt. All right, let's just leave it close for a moment then. So, okay, now I'm gonna put a few. And then I got to move my skillet. Oh, I better get 2 hands going. No burning though. Love these skillets. Pull it back as such. Oh. Little action going on there. A little too much maybe action. Okay. Let's do that for now. Skillet's going to be hot. Then I have to do the bread in a moment. That's a little too close, I think. That's going to be cooked quick. I think those are pretty much done, actually, to be honest with you. Like this. Look at those little mushrooms, just trying to sacrifice themselves. No! Stay away from the heat, Johnny. Here we go. There. Oh, they hit the fire. They hit the spot. They hit the hole. That's good. Next one. Well, that's tin foil. There it is. There we go. And keep this stuff because I don't know. Whatever I don't eat tonight, I could put in these, put in the tin foil. Right? What do you think? I think we're done. Look at that. Don't you want to be eating that right now? You know it's going to be good. I have no idea how to eat it. Oh, that's hot. Skillet's on. Okay. Done. Look at that. Oh, my face right in this thing. Okay, we'll go from that. Dark on this side. Nice and cleaned, haven't touched that. Look at that. Oh, isn't that scrumptious? Oh, it's juicy still. Look at that. It's cooked perfect. Mmm. Still sizzling. 9:57, so 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock and I'm eating supper. Everything just takes so long out in the bush. I don't know. Now there's a piece of wood to put my water jug on. Oh. Oh. Got a moth right in my food. Stuck on a potato. These potatoes could almost be cooked more. Another moth right in my food. Man, on a mushroom. Come on. Get off my mushroom. Oh! Looks okay. Get off me. We're going toward this light, not that light. I guess. That mushroom was good. Tastes like moth armpit, but it was good. This potato. Yeah, it could be cooked more. It looked like they were going to be overcooked. Immediately tastes like burnt. It's good. Burnt toast and garlic. It's really good. I knew this would be the best piece. Bread and garlic, touch of burn. That piece. I don't know. I hadn't gone bad. My sense of taste is... How much you pay for this in a restaurant? 2 pieces of pork. There's no way I'm going to finish this. Not that hot. But anyway, I'm going to chuck the meat back on, put this back on, heat it up again. Keep picking away. Digging the mushrooms. That's good. Got the D-wall. Got the D-wall with the 5 amp right now on high. But I have it that far away, I don't know, 20 feet away, 25 feet away. What it gives me, in my perspective, is a lot more surroundings. Not so bright on my food. In the camera you can really see. You can see a lot better in the camera than you can see in my eyeball. And then there's the... So a lot more surroundings is what it gives you, I think. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to move it in. Yeah. in the camera, you can see everything. Okay, so let's, what is that called? Ohm's Law, 50%. I'm looking into the light, can't see, my pupils burning. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of half this, like move it in, I don't know, 8 feet. There we go, turn her down, make sure I can, beauty. Okay, now what does it look like? Well, I like the moths like to go for those, that light. Okay, so, how does it look in the camera? That truck looks brighter. I can't see into the woods. Oh, it's actually quite noticeable. I can't see past the bright trees. And a very, what do you call it? I don't know, contrasty on my hammock. So I can't really see the top of it. Interesting, interesting. Now the fire I think is down slightly. I don't know if that's causing anything. Obviously not over there. No, that was good before. On high. So there we go. That's what, I'm going to put that back there again. I like that. This makes it feel like, right now my surroundings are, I don't know, what is that? 10, 25 feet. 25 feet, boom, visibility ends. I have a 25-foot visible radius right now. Let's move it back again. Try to look at the light. Okay. Stagger, stagger, roll. And right about here somewhere. I don't know, I moved it back somewhat. I can't tell you how much. If I do this, I turned it a bit too now. No, let's keep it low. So the direct aim is at the table basically. Same power, which I think is high. I moved it back, I don't know, 10 feet or something. Look at that. See way over there. I also turned it that way as well. How does it look over here? Does that look better? I think the dark parts on the hammock are lighter. So anyway, that was an interesting thing. I like the idea that you can see way over there now, and I like that light being way back there. I'm eating this meat off the bone, off the skillet. Yeah, really good. It smells sound good. Just gnawing away. Big long clips of meat just chewing on a bone. Welcome to the internet. Lights are real bright. Otherwise it's pitch black. Yeah, my view. Pretty much just watching my fire in the truck. That's what it normally looks like. I just put my hand over the light. So yeah, so it's a good way to control the light. And it's bright. I can control the light with my hand. Quite dramatic. My God, there's witches in the woods. There's witches in the woods. Oh, shit. I'm laughing because my mouth covered. Oh, that seems funny. So anyway, there's witches in the woods.
Oh, fuck. That's so funny. So, I've come a long ways, actually. So now I'm sitting here lying here under the stars. No mosquito netting, nothing. Just the blanket, hoping I'm warm enough. I got a couple of coats. Should be okay. Got a little fire. I'm just sitting there looking at it. Right there. It's cool. Got my chair. Got the super ass bright light, which you can see everything. And, yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to kick back, listen to the crackling, and fall asleep. Time is something. Time is 12:10. So just after midnight. Time for sleep. Good morning. The obligatory coffee in the morning shot. Cheers. A little fire happening. Hot, 9:23. Oop, spilled. Slept better. It's comfortable. Getting comfortabler as I'm getting used to it, I guess.
These stars were just so bright. It was clear. And because I didn't have the mosquito net on, I'm just looking up at the stars. That was so cool. Man, they were bright. And then there were some clouds coming in quite quickly, actually, overhead. So it was like, there's a lot of wind up high, but didn't feel any down here. Very slight breeze. Second cup of joe. That log needs another fire. So that's the only one it's going to get today. All right, time to get me cooking up some pork sausage wrapped in bacon. That doesn't spell heart attack. I don't know what that is. Tired of waiting. They might be done already. I don't know. Probably done. Really good at cooking. I don't know, I think that it's pretty cinematic. So last night, my little camo cover, for some reason, I unclipped it. I'm still working on this thing. It should have been way up here, right? Like something up there. I don't know. Have to watch more Shug stuff. But actually, it was interesting because when that went down and fell down, it got a lot cooler. I mean, it's good. It's certainly good. I don't have to worry about being flat. I can, however I want to lay is how I lay. I like the little swinging when you're moving around. It's not bad at all. I like being outside with the elements. I mean, watching the stars was awesome. That was really good. I did lay on my side. Felt actually pretty good. My left side. Well, both sides actually. So I could lay on the side. That felt pretty good. You could almost do your front, but you're a little bit bent because you'll be going crossways, right? And it's almost flat. It's like this much flat. So those are done. I'm digging that. So what we're going to do is slide these all back to here. I think. Oh, look at that lighting, isn't it cool? How quickly those clouds come and go. So I put garlic on the broad. And I don't know, no particular way, just chucking her in there. That's awesome. So, could I crack it without burning my fingers? And Way too hot. That's okay. Not being too graceful about it. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll see what we'll see though. Everything can be eaten with a fork. That's all I need, the one in the dirt there. So, it's all good. It's good in the hood. Okay, you get to witness the carnage. I think everything's done. I hope so, 'cause I'm gonna eat it. 11:44. Oh, okay, that's a little warm. This is gonna range from cold, raw, to overcooked. Get off me. That's camping. A little bit of both in the first bite. Deep thoughts from the woods. Back in my day. Here's the obligatory walking by shot that everybody seems to have to do. So, did you like it? Does it make you want to subscribe? We'll get used to it. Ooh, and got a clean cut this time. A couple of bikes came down. Apparently they're out flagging a race course. So yeah, a lot of action all of a sudden. And it started raining. So yeah, they're probably part of an association or something. That's why a lot of these roads are not on the trail. Keep the riffraff out like me. want to catch them driving by, but I don't want to be that dork that's filming everybody. Because I'm that dork that's filming everybody. I think the camera tent area. If you want to camp with the people, I guess. Pretty bumpy just to bring it try not to make a bunch of dust for everybody. Cool view, I thought. Some backlighting. Oh, my own dust. Windows open. Wait a second. Look, daunting, didn't it? The wind's really picking up now. It's a
cool view, I thought. Some backlighting. Oh, my own dust. Windows open. Wait a second. What are you guys doing?